Hello, my name is Jocelyn Herbert and I am in the music production program. For this podcast, I chose to interview singer-songwriter Mandy Watts. I asked Mandy a series of questions and I feel like she had some really insightful responses. Question 1. What do you see as the role of the visual arts in society today, particularly in your profession? For starters, I'd say that the visual aspect of music has always been super important. I mean, on the surface, music is about hearing something, but good songs also make you imagine, see the settings, characters, and the story behind the song. I remember once upon a time my granddad teaching me banjo instrumentals by encouraging me to imagine and make up the scene that the music was communicating, see the song or something. While I still think the aspect of music is present, definitely more and more the visual aspect of music has to do with how an artist presents instead of the image a particular song evokes. Immediately I'm thinking of Lady Gaga, who I really love, but when I hear her songs I don't visualize them so much as I visualize her. Maybe that's an extreme case, but even with performers like Mumford & Sons, I'm imagining a look, something antiquated. Question 2. New communications and media technologies make imagery almost instantly available. Do you believe that this has a positive or negative influence on your field or industry? Simple answer, yes. We're talking about a double-edged sword here, I think. The downside is what too often goes into making that imagery instantly available. I'm always thinking of the story behind the image or video I'm seeing online. So many folks who go to shows anymore pull out their iPhones, film snippets of a performance, and post it to social media right away. From a performance standpoint, though, the thing that makes a live show work is that the bodies in the audience are all present, in the moment. But when everyone has a cell phone out listening for that particular moment in the song that they know they want to film, share, etc., it changes the dynamics of a performance. That depresses the heck out of me. Something gets lost. On the other hand, some artists have figured out how to turn this into a positive. For instance, I went to a Janis Ian concert a year ago where she encouraged the audience to film a particular song and post to YouTube. She knew they'd be filming anyway, so why not try to acknowledge it and use it to build community outside of the concert venue? I checked YouTube after, and sure enough, that particular song was all over the place, with Janis Ian fans interacting in the comments. Smart. She got her new song heard and talked about, and she got her fans interacting. Question 3. What popular images do you see frequently repeated throughout your industry? I think it's important to differentiate what's happening in the mainstream with what's happening outside of it. The mainstream depresses me because female performers especially tend to fit certain stereotypes. I remember vividly back in 1999 when I could have sworn Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera, Jessica Simpson, and Mandy Moore were the same person. Again, this is an extreme case, but I do think that record companies cultivate mainstream taste, fashion sequels, or artists who are kind of like other artists, and market the heck out of it. For example, American Idol. As for my Facebook feed, where I'm friends with lots of smaller artists, I'm seeing lots of pared down images. Fields, banjos, fun hats, whatever looks different from the mainstream. It's an interesting culture, counterculture, subcultures moment, I think, when it comes to visual appeal. Question 4 and 5. Who is one of your favorite visual artists and or what is your favorite style of visual art? And has your knowledge of famous artworks influenced your creative process? Overall, I tend to like gritty over glitzy. Lots of the imagery I saw in videos as a kid definitely made a mark, I think. Like the images in REM's Losing My Religion, for example, Pearl Jam's Jeremy. Definitely Melissa Etheridge's videos from her Yes I Am album. Stuff that isn't pretty by conventional standards, but that is beautiful because it's raw. Favorite visual artist? Elton John. Because his music is so good that I can respect him even if he's singing it while dressed up as Donald Duck. He knows how to work and subvert the images that circulate around him. Maybe Cher, Bette Midler, even Tom Waits, because they know how to do the exact same thing. These artists are clearly aware of the impact that their images have and make it part of their performances even. But at the end of the day, they just make good music.